Honorable Speaker, today at around 11 a.m., the IG issued again a presser to give the status update report, and the copy of the same here is with me, and I won't read it to the House. That is today on the 28th. Further,
tunakuomba uteremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa na utujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako siendelezwe na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao hajasawa wamezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Sergeant, ring the quorum bell.
The quorum bell at the National Assembly is currently ringing as per the directives by the Speaker of the National Assembly for members of Parliament to make their way into the chamber this afternoon. And as you wait for a signal from the Sergeant-at-Arms, you can see them on your screens, keeping tabs with the members of Parliament making their way into the chamber to bottom line ascertain whether the House has quorum. Allow me to take you through some of the agenda for consideration by the House this afternoon, where the House is also set to consider the report of the audited accounts of state corporations for Central Region, the Political Parties Amendment Bill number 2. This is a bill originating from the Senate. Bill number 26 of the year 2024 is currently at the second reading stage, and this bill is by the leader of the majority party. And this afternoon, we anticipate debate on this bill, where members will be giving their remarks on the amendments proposed in the Political Parties Amendment Bill number 2 from the Senate. Consideration of Sessional Paper number 7 of 2024 on the National Sanitation Management Policy is a motion by a chairperson, Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation, and the chair of the Blue Economy Committee, on behalf of his committee, is seeking to have the National Assembly adopt the report of the committee on its consideration of the Sessional Paper number 7 of the year 2024 on the National Sanitation Management Policy. The committee has already laid its report on the table of the House and is further seeking approval of Sessional Paper number 7, subject to revisions as contained in the report of the committee. The ratification and agreement of fishery subsidies, this being a motion by the chairperson, Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water and Irrigation, is lined up for debate this afternoon. But away from the motions and a number of bills, the House passed on to Standing Orders number 44 rather, subsection 2C. We'll be having Understanding Orders number 44, subsection 2C, statements responded to. These are statements that were sought by honorable members of parliament and were handled by various committees of the House. The request for answers on the alleged discriminatory screening protocols imposed on passengers flying to and from the northern region was a statement that was sought by Honorable Mohammed Dawood, MP for Wajir West. And these answers will be provided by the Committee on Administration and Internal Security. The Departmental Committee on Matter Security was yet handling another statement, and this statement is by Honorable Tindi Mwale. Tindi Mwale wanted the committee to provide answers on the disruption of performance of Echoes of War play by Butere girls, this being an issue that elicited mixed reactions across the country. The Committee on Administration and Internal Security will be responding to that request for statements. Honorable Zamzam Mohammed, Member of Parliament for Mombasa County, wanted to know issues relating to the death of Mr. Yusuf Ali Abdi following the collapse of demolished building in Mombasa County. The response to that statement will be done by the Committee on Administration. The Budget and Appropriations Committee is set to respond to the status of implementation of the government's directive to securitize a portion of the road maintenance levy. This was an issue raised by Honorable Paul Abur, the MP for Rongo. We have a number of members of parliament whose request for clarification and answers on a number of issues are also set to be responded to this afternoon. Among them is Honorable Momina Bonaya, the MP for Isiolo County, who wanted clarity on salary enhancement for teachers in municipality areas in Isiolo County. Challenges faced by teachers and police officers in accessing medical service arising from their medical cover is an issue that was raised by Honorable Mushangi Karemba, Member of Parliament for Runyenjes, and that request for clarity on the matter of challenges of teachers and police officers accessing medical services. The answers to that will be provided by the Departmental Committee on Matters Health. The National Cohesion and Integration Bill, National Assembly Bills number 74 of the year 2023 by the Chairperson Committee on National Cohesion and Equal Opportunities is currently at the second stage, being one of the bills before Parliament. And from the signals coming from the chamber, the quorum has been attained. So kindly allow me to hand over for this live broadcast. Enjoy your viewing.
Have a quorum to transact business. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader. Majority Leader, I know Owen Bayer has rushed out to look for members to constitute quorum. Honorable Meli. Meli, you are sufficiently senior. Can you present those papers? Owen Bayer is here. He'll do it.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, you know how to do the work of this.
Sorry, Bowen, I know you're also senior, but I saw...
Bowen is senior.
I saw Meli because he was standing. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Wednesday, May 27th, 2025, in the afternoon sitting. A. Reports of the Auditor General on financial statements for the years ended 30th June 2023 and 30th June 2024 and certificates therein in respect of 1. Borabu Teachers Training College, 2. Kapcherop Training Technical and Vocational College, 3. Kenyanya Teachers Training College, and 4. University of Kabianga Enterprise and Services Limited. B. Reports of the Auditor General Financial Statements for the year ended 30th June 2024 and the certificates therein in respect of Ebukanga Technical and Vocational College, Kenya African National Union, KANU, Kenya Dairy Board Staff Mortgage Scheme, 4. Kenya Maritime Authority Staff Mortgage and Car Loan Scheme, 5. Kenya Veterinary Board, 6. Mabadiliko Part of Kenya, 7. Mwea Rice Mills Limited, 8. National Land Commission Staff Car Loan Scheme Fund, 9. National Rainbow Coalition, 10. National Reconstruction Alliance, 11. Salaries and Remuneration Commission, Mortgage and Car Loan, 12. State Department for Housing and Urban Development, 13. State Department for Performance and Delivery Management, 14. Wajir Girls Secondary School, 15. Wajir South Technical and Vocational College, 16. Water Services Regulatory Board Car Loan and Mortgage Fund, and 17. Honorable Speaker, Western Kenya Rice Mills Limited. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Thank you. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Before we go to statements, honorable members, allow me to acknowledge in the Speaker's Gallery, Civilie Secondary School from Navaholo, Kakamega, and in the public gallery, Kieni Girls High School, Runyenjes, Embu, and Tumtum Girls High School from Mathira, Nyeri. I've been asked by Honorable Wangwe to give him an opportunity to welcome the school from Navaholo, and he can do so to all the 2 other schools.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to first and foremost appreciate and thank you for giving me this opportunity to welcome the great Civilia Secondary School from my constituency, Navaholo. Honorable Speaker, this school is the best school, number 2, in the entire county of Kakamega, displacing so many national schools. And Honorable Speaker, as much as we are in the rural constituency, they demonstrate a very good performance in terms of academic excellence. Allow me to remind them that, Honorable Speaker, coming to the National Assembly today is only but a beginning for you, that as age catches up with us in future, you are the future leaders, and I want to welcome you that in future you come and sit where we are. For the entire student population that has visited the National Assembly today, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this great August House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I appreciate.
Thank you, Murugara. You want to also jump into that boat?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for allowing me to jump into the boat to welcome the young students who are both in the public and the Speaker's Gallery, pointing out Kieni Girls from Embu and Tumutumu from Nyeri, and the other school from Navaholo. These are all great schools, girls' schools, very well known in the country. They perform so well, and this is an opportunity to them to come and see what their leaders do here. So may they feel welcome to observe the proceedings and to feel that today they have actually had an interaction with the leaders their parents elect and the leaders they themselves aspire to be in the future. May they feel welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On behalf of the House and myself, I welcome the students and their teachers and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Now we'll go to the statements. Mohammed Daoud, member for Wajir East. The response is from administration. Russell, are you ready? I was called by your chairman, Tongoyo. He said he'll be here at 3:30 to issue a statement on the Koimburi disappearance and reappearance. Uh, 3:30.
Mr. Speaker, maybe you give us a few minutes.
Tindi Mwale, that is also to you. Are you ready with that? Do you need another few minutes? Administration, put your papers together. Let's go to a request by Paul Abor. Is Paul Abor in the house? Paul Abor? Not in the house. Request put aside for another opportunity next week. Mumina Bonaya. Mumina Bonaya. Not here. Cases. Yours is a request, right? Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for granting me the opportunity to make the following request. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 44, section 2 and C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education regarding the recent declaration of certain positions in Moi University redundant. Honorable Speaker, on 2nd April 2025, the Moi University issued a notice of intention to declare a significant number of positions in the institution redundant due to alleged financial constraint. The affected staff presumed that the process would be transparent, consultative, and lawful. It is alleged that the institution procured the service of an external consultant to undertake this exercise. On 13 May 2025, the institution proceeded to issue termination letters without exhausting consultative process with the staff. The redundancy has rendered many jobless, thereby affecting their source of livelihood and those of their dependents. In addition, the list of the positions declared redundant allegedly include names of those who had since left the service through retirement, those deceased, or those whose employment had already been terminated. The process raises questions on whether the payroll of the institution had been audited. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Education on the following. Number one, a detailed report on the process undertaken by Moi University in their declaration of certain positions as redundant in their letter dated 13 May 2025. Steps that were taken by the institution to ensure transparency and fairness, including providing a report regarding the procurement process of the external consultant. Indication of whether the university explored other options with regards to declaration of redundancies, including retention of staff on rationalized pay. Number four, a detailed list of all positions in the institution and the staff establishment specifying a list of those rendered redundant, the names of the affected staff, and their ethnic background. Number five, report on whether a human resource and financial audit was undertaken by the institution and the outcome in relation to the process, if any. And lastly, measures being taken by the government to ensure that all public universities uphold fair labor practices. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I submit. Thank you.
Yes, Who is from education? Julius? Yes, DK. Just 1 minute. You want to joyride on that?
Not even joyriding. The matter is so serious as it concerns the whole of Uasin Gishu, and I'll beg that you just give me 1 minute so that I can add my voice on this very serious matter.
That is what joyriding means.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Speaker. Thank you very much. The matter being raised by CPA Honorable Ruto is so serious. The fact that about 890 employees have been given letters under the redundancy program is so serious, given that if you look at the problems that has been facing Moi University, since 2018, they have not been able to submit their liabilities, including pensions, including loans that the staff had taken. Now, these staff being told to go home. They have no pension, they have pension arrears, they have loan arrears in the bank, and the letter is reading that they are going to be paid 15 days, commuted 15 days for the years they have worked. Say that if somebody has worked for 10 years, then he's going to be paid 150 days.
The 1 minute is over.
So what we are saying is that we had a sitting with the CS as members from Uasin Gishu, and we had agreed that no staff is going to be laid. We had agreed that all those staff who have been declared redundant are going to be deployed in other universities. So what we are asking the ministry is that what has changed? And if at all those employees are to go home, then the university should clear their pension.
DK, I'm sure you live in Kenya. You cannot say that you'll deploy employees of one university to another. Each university is independent of the other. Yes, you can't say that. I'm sure you know the law. Well, yes, Bowen. Melly will answer that, but basic knowledge we know is that you cannot transfer an accountant from University of Nairobi
and in addition,
to Meru University or to any other.
And in addition, Honorable Speaker, I support my good friend here. But in addition, just a point of information to the Honorable DK, Moi University is not a university of Uasin Gishu. It is not a university of Uasin Gishu. It is a university, Mr. Speaker, where all employees, or almost all the employees, they are from all over Kenya.
It's a national university.
It's a national university, Mr. Speaker. And many of those employees, they come from Bungoma, they are from Mombasa, everywhere. It is not a Uasin Gishu business. It's a concern for all of us. It's a concern of Kenyans.
You can't be more right. Melly?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the issue raised by Member for KCS is very weighty and very important. And I'll fast track this and make sure that I give
Can you
detail.
bring a response in 2 weeks? We
Yes.
have a very heavy backlog of
Yes.
statements.
I'll be able to bring it in 2 weeks or even earlier than that. Thank you.
Whenever you are ready.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Abdul Haro, a response to your statement by Energy. Honorable Chairman, are you ready?
Honorable Speaker, I have not gotten the response yet from the ministry, but again, as you are directed, Honorable Speaker, you remember you are directed that we sit with the members of parliament from that area, all of us, yes. And now that we are back, then we can be able to agree on the date so that we can be able to synergize all the issues.
Your colleague is right behind you, so
thank you.
Discuss and agree and advise the clerk.
Okay.
Muchangi Karemba. Muchangi Karemba, that is a statement from Chair Health, but I've been advised by Honorable Nyikal that he's not ready. we'll put it to tomorrow, but tomorrow we're already crowded. Put it to Tuesday. Honorable Nyikal, Tuesday. Daniel Carrido, member for Igembe Central, is he in the house? Mumina Bonaya. Honorable Meli, Chairman Education, are you ready with the response for Honorable Mumina Bonaya? Statement number 5.
Yes, Honorable Speaker, we had invited the CS, but he has not appeared before us because he had an official visit outside the country. Therefore, we could not handle that.
So you are not ready?
We are not ready, yes.
How much time do you want?
1 week.
So next week on Wednesday, you can list it, clerk, for the morning session. Yes, DK?
Thank you, Speaker. You remember just before we went to recess, I had a very strong statement on those teachers who have not been employed and they are over 45 years. You had clearly ordered, I think the chair is not listening, you had clearly ordered the chair that when the session resumes, he will come up with a statement. And I was here yesterday, I waited, I didn't hear anything from him. And today, chances are he might not be having anything. Maybe he can tell us what is really happening.
DK appears to know your predicament. Do you have a response?
I don't have a response, Honorable Speaker, and I think I had engaged him, and he's aware that I don't have a statement. So I don't know why he rose and said the same. Very unprocedural.
In any case, it's not listed.
Yes.
Let's go back to administration. Honorable Raso, are you ready with any? Which one?
Discriminatory screening protocol.
That is the one of Mohammed Dawood.
Yes.
Dawood in the house? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the member for Wajir East constituency, Honorable Mohammed Dawood, has requested a statement on alleged discriminatory screening protocols imposed on passengers flying to and from the northeastern region. The honorable member sought to be informed justification for continued requirement for special clearance for flights to and from Wajir, the reasons for rescreening passengers from Wajir upon arrival at Wilson Airport, the measures put in place to ensure uniform screening procedure for all domestic flights, and fourth, the steps taken to revise the Air Navigation Regulation 1985. Honorable Speaker, on the first request for justification, the requirement for special flight clearance is critical due to the significant security challenges present in restricted regions, including northeastern part of Eastern Coast, Nyanza, and Rift Valley. These areas face persistent threats of terrorism, regional stability, and technological limitation. Current air traffic control radar systems do not detect aircraft flying around or close to the Kenya border below 10,000 feet, reinforcing the need for special clearance to ensure accountability and oversight of low-altitude flights. The clearances are valid for 3 months, with renewal options available 1 month in advance. This system has proven efficient with no significant operational challenges. Security concerns in restricted areas remain the primary reason for retaining the clearance requirement, particularly for unmanned aerodromes. The special clearance requirement ensures that all air operations, regardless of location, adhere to strict security measures to prevent unauthorized flights. The Aeronautical Information Publication Guides, air navigation, must align with periodic updates mandated by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Second part, Honorable Speaker, the reasons for rescreening passengers. This rescreening is informed by the prevailing security situation in those regions. Third, measures put in place to ensure uniform screening procedures for all domestic flights. Honorable Speaker, the rescreening is not meant to discriminate any of the passengers. Rather, it is meant to enhance security measures for the passengers and the security of the nation. Fourth, the steps being taken to revise the air navigation regulation 1985. Honorable Speaker, the current clearance process is functional and there are no difficulties in obtaining a special flight clearance in light of the prevailing security situation. It is imperative that the special flight clearance requirement remain in force. The Ministry remains open to further feedback and will consider any substantial evidence that may emerge warranting a review of those measures in the future. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, you are done? Daud, are you done, Raso?
Mike.
Give Honorable Raso the mic.
I am done on the statement sought by Honorable Daud.
So you sit and wait for any clarification you may wish to have. Daud, if you are satisfied, we move to the next.
I am definitely not satisfied, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead and seek clarification.
Mr. Speaker, I am surprised that the chairman who comes from Marsabit will talk about areas near Somali border. Marsabit is hundreds of kilometers from Somali border, and I wonder why Marsabit is also part of the restricted airspace. Mr. Speaker, this answer is just a canned answer that has been given by the minister. The minister doesn't seem to know the security situation in northern Kenya. I come from Wajir. The airport is in a military base. The airport is guarded by Kenya Air Force, Kenya Army, General Service Unit, the National Intelligence, and American forces. If that airport is insecure, I wonder which airport in Kenya is secure. So, Mr. Speaker, I think I will request that the minister be called into the House to explain this kind of answers that is just given for the sake of giving answers. People flying from Wajir who are screened in that airport, which is a military airport, are screened here in Wilson Airport. Wilson is like a marketplace, while Wajir Airport is a security area. And here is the chairman who comes from the area just parroting again answers given by a minister who doesn't know what he's talking about. If there is any insecure area, it's the area where the minister comes from, which is Kerio Valley. And it's not part of these restricted areas. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm not satisfied.
Yes.
I need more answers.
Bashir. Give Major Bashir.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the answers given by the minister, as Honorable Dauda said, really don't make sense. The regulations that they are relying on were published in 1985, before the new constitution. So as we speak, those regulations don't even have the full force of law. And I want to request that these regulations be brought before this House so that we can look at them critically to see whether they are fit for purpose. They can't talk about insecurity all the time and deny Kenyans the opportunity to travel seamlessly in the country. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to request, even through your office, that those regulations were done in 1985, before the new constitution. So they are not even, don't have the full force of law. They are illegal in the first place. So I want to urge them that they should be brought before the House and before the Committee of Delegated Session so we can look at them critically.
Thank you. Junet. Raso, I hope you are listening.
Mr. Speaker, this matter that has been raised by Honorable Daud is a very, very important matter. Mr. Speaker, the so-called regulations are saying that if you are to fly from here to Migori, you must seek permission from the Ministry of Interior. Mr. Speaker, and emergencies can happen, anything can happen. You see, before the new constitution came into place, the ministers could do regulations the way they want. But now these regulations don't have the force of law because they have never been passed in this house. So as far as we are concerned as a house, those regulations are not enforced. We want to tell the airlines to ignore it because until the regulations are brought here and they are passed by this house so that they can have force of law, Mr. Speaker, that is just an opinion by the ministry.